Hey guys, Brasel Gamer. I have 15 NES games for you. 15 NES games that I think are the best NES games of all time. These are my favorites, and I just really love each and every one of them. Originally, I was only going to do a top five, but after playing through all 15 of these games, I kind of wanted to talk about all of them. Now, I recorded all this footage back in April of this year. So it's now October. And so that's been, 10, sorry, it's been 6 months. I was about to say 10 months because I looked down on my calendar and saw 10/15/2025, which is the day I'm recording. Whatever, that doesn't matter. Um, but I decided to re record the intro because some of the stuff I said back then isn't really relevant now. But all the information that I talked about for all these games, still very relevant, still very relevant to me, and I feel like I talked about them uh, with a lot of passion, and it was the feelings were still kind of raw. They were still kind of new after having just played them. So I'm going to keep that footage of me going through all the games and talking about each one of them individually. But I had a great time back then. I just remember really, really enjoying the process. So I'm hoping to do that again with SNES sometime in the near future. So sit back, relax, and watch me ramble on about 15 of the best NES games of all time. But we'll start with the last one. Now, Super Mario Brothers 2 was the very first game I ever played, and I just remember seeing it and thinking, "Oh my God, a cartoon you can play!" Like it was a big freaking deal. Whenever I was, what was this, 88? I think I was 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old whenever I first saw this game, and I was blown away. But the other night, the reason why it's ranked to the lowest is because the other night it pissed me off. I was just getting so frustrated with it. I've beaten this game countless times, but every once in a while, I just have problems with it. And honestly, I'm a little overplayed on it. Like I've played it too many times, so I'm a little tired of it. So this is the 15th. Then we have Gradius. Gradius is a great game. I did not really play this much as a kid. I think I might have played it once or twice, but I don't really remember. The first time I really got into it was after I started collecting. This is a great game. I really love this. I mean, I know it's not the first shooter. I know it's not even the best shooter, but it's one of my favorites on the system for sure. Double Dragon I played a couple times when I was a kid. One of my former neighbors had it, and he'd come over every once in a while, and we'd play just the versus, the two-player, the fighting part, the one versus one fighter. That's the only thing you can do, two players on this game. You can play two players, but it's alternating, just the regular one-player mode. You don't have the two-player co-op like you do on the arcade. But I still really like this game because I really started playing it for a review, probably 10 years ago now. And I played the hell out of it while I was working on that review, and just got to the point where I just really loved Double Dragon for the NES. There are better versions out there, but this is my preferred way to play it. Super Mario Brothers 3 doesn't really need any introduction. It's an amazing game. I had a lot of fun playing it the other night. I actually got through level 1, got a couple warp whistles, and then just warped to level 6, and then beat it from there, or world 6. Started in the ice world, because I almost never play through. I'll always start at the beginning of the game, and I'll get so far and get bored. I'll get to like world 4, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm done. Or world 5, and that's usually where I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore, and you can't save. So, I never get any further. Or I'll play through the entire game, or I'll warp straight to world 8. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to warp to world 6. So I warped to world 6 and just started from there. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. But it's not my favorite. Ninja Gaiden was another game that I didn't play until I was an adult, and I did a review on it. I really fell in love with it then. It's one of those games that's just super hard, but it makes you want to keep coming back to play it some more. And I don't have a lot of nostalgia for this game, but it was still a really fun playthrough. Legendary Wings. This game, the reason why it's even in this list is because this is like hugely nostalgic for me. This is one of those games that my dad found in a bargain bin. He bought it for cheap, and we played the hell out of it. It wasn't the best game in the world. It's still fun. It's still a very competent shooter. I think it's better than the arcade version. But I still love playing through this game, and I will always sing the praises of Legendary Wings. Next one up, we have Mega Man 3. I could have put all 6 Mega Man games in this list, but I really didn't feel like I wanted to do that. A lot of these can pretty much be interchangeable at any given point. Right now, Mega Man 3, out of the other Mega Man games in this list, this is my least favorite of the 3 that are in this list, but that doesn't really say much because it could jump to the best game in a couple months, who knows. But I love Mega Man 3. It's a fantastic game. The only reason it's not higher up on the list is because it is like the last couple of levels, from the Doc Robot stages onto the Wily, the Wily levels, they're not very polished very well. It's not finished. The Wily levels are like empty. They're not very good. But the gameplay is incredible, and the theming and the graphics and everything are really good. Huge step up for Mega Man 2. But I played this a lot as a kid, but it wasn't like one of the ones that I played the most. Mega Man 5, however, we had this growing up, and played the hell out of this when I was a kid. My brother actually got this for his birthday one year, and we had a lot of fun with it. Played it a lot. I remember we used to call Euro Man Gyro Man. We knew it was, we used to call Gyro Man Euro Man, and I know that it's supposed to be the other way around, but we just always, made the joke that he's slinging street meat sandwiches out on at Jack in the Box or something. But we had a lot of fun with this growing up. I still love this game. It's probably not the strongest NES entry, but it's definitely the most expensive NES entry. But I still love Mega Man 5. Crystallis is another one of those bargain bin games my dad got whenever we were kids. I didn't know anything about it. I started playing it and I fell in love just because I love the whole swords and sorcery type fantasy video game, movie, book, genre. And this really fell in there for me, and I get to pick up different armors and different shields, different swords, all these different items. You meet all these people, you go to these different towns. It was hugely appealing to me as a kid. When I played this again for the stream, I wasn't thinking I was going to finish it. I thought I was going to play it for a little bit, get to the second or third town, and just be like, okay, we're good, let's rank the game. But I got hooked, and I had to play through it. I had a lot of fun with Crystallis. So this is the last game before the top 5. This is the last of the honorable mentions. It's Turtles 2, the arcade game. This one has my name on it. There's a couple of them that do, but this is one of my childhood cartridges. This is just so nostalgic for me. I played the hell out of this with my friends. I played the hell out of it by myself. I still remember the Konami code for this game specifically, to get 9 lives and to have a stage select. So it's a BA, up, down, BA, left, right, BA, start. I did use it whenever I played through it on stream just to get the 9 lives at the beginning, because that's the code I remember. But I played through the whole game, and I actually did really good. And it had been a while since I played this that well. Like, I didn't even get a game over until the Technodrome. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't really actually need the extra lives. I could have just played through it. But I still love this game. I think technically the third game is probably the better one, the Manhattan Project. If you haven't played that, I definitely recommend playing TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project. It's a really good game, but this one just has too much nostalgia not to put it in my top 15 here. So these are my top 5 NES games. At number 5, we have Castlevania. Castlevania I played quite a bit as a kid, and I did own a copy. My uncle had given it to me. He had an NES, and he got rid of his NES before the days where it was real common to trade in old used video games or old used systems to upgrade. He had gotten himself a Genesis and didn't want his NES anymore, or he couldn't really take it with him because I think he was in the Navy at the time. So I got his NES and all his games, and this was one of them. And I just always love the atmosphere of Castlevania and just the series following this first game. Just so good. Castlevania is an amazing game. It's so much fun. It's short. It's not too long. It's hard. It's difficult, but it keeps you coming back. Just kind of like with the Ninja Gaiden. You got unlimited continues, so you can just keep trying. You can just keep trying until you beat it. And I never beat it as a kid because I would get frustrated. But when I started playing it as an adult, I just loved it. Like, it just feels so tight. Simon's movement is so tight in this game. He's slow, he's deliberate. There's like the knockback that knocks you back into, it can knock you into a pit or knock you into a water when you get hit by an enemy. But overall, it's just so good. It's just such a good game, and there's so much nostalgia there for me. That's why Castlevania is number 5. Number 4 is kind of a surprise because whenever I did the big collaboration of best NES games with a bunch of different people a couple years ago, I made this my top NES game. It was either this or Zelda. This at number 4, it's just, I ranked these, when I ranked these, it was just like, what am I feeling? How am I feeling about these games whenever I'm playing them? And like, these were the ones that I had the most fun with, the ones that either brought the most nostalgia. Actually, these all brought the most nostalgia. There were just nostalgic games that I love playing, that I love putting back in. Like, these are all games that I could just put in at any time and just play. And Super Mario Brothers is that for me. Super Mario Brothers is so easy to just pop in and play. Like, I can just do a quick run through to the end of the game by using warps, or like the other night whenever I streamed it, I played through all eight worlds and had a blast with it. It's simple, but it's effective. It's perfect in its simplicity, I think. And that's why I love Super Mario Brothers. It's just such a good game. But that's number 4 on my list. Number 3 on my list is actually Zelda 2. And as you can see, it has my name on it there too. This is another one of mine from when I was a kid. Back in the day, before YouTube and all that stuff, people liked Zelda 2 just as much, if not more, than the original Zelda. Like, this was a hard game to get a hold of. If you look at some of the old press releases and stuff about it, people were having problems getting their hands on this game, and they wanted it. Zelda 2 is really, really good. It's the gameplay's solid. The exploration is solid. Like, it's less cryptic than the first one, and it's you can reasonably get through it without getting too lost. And if you do get too lost, well, that sucks. But we have the internet these days, and even back then, when I played this as a kid, my dad went out and bought an actual strategy guide for this, and there were several other games in it. It was like a third-party NES strategy guide, and I just loved playing this game, and the artwork, like in the instruction manual, I always loved that. Like the stories for the pregame story that's in the manual is done. The art's done really well, and all the other stuff that's in there in the manual. The art for the game itself, like the actual sprite art in the game, for the time, just so good. It just sets such a cool atmosphere. And it's one of those games that just made me love the fantasy genre as a whole. And it really introduced me to RPG mechanics, hit points and experience points mainly. And man, such a good game. People like to hate on Zelda 2, but it's just because they don't know any better. Zelda 2 is awesome. Now, the first Zelda game, I have so much nostalgia with this game. We played this a ton in my household. We played this so much when I was a kid growing up. This is not the cart that I have. This is the gray cart. We had the gold cartridge, the original one. That's actually more common than the gray cartridge. But we had the gold cartridge, and we played it so much as a family that we wore out the battery in the early 90s. So the battery was dead. We could not get the battery. We had to buy it again to continue to play it more and more and more. I know this game so well. I always say that if I were going to speed run one game, it'd probably be Zelda. Man, when I played it the other night, I was thinking, man, I'm not going to have as much fun playing this because I played the hell out of this game. But it was still a lot of fun playing on stream. And I think one of the things is that, like a lot of the games that I've been playing lately, a lot of these, I haven't really been pulling them out and playing them for my collection. I've been playing them on like the Switch Online service, or the Mega Man Legacy Collection, or emulation or whatever. But when you play these games on like actual hardware, now I'm not actually playing on the NES. I'm playing on a retro USB. It's a repro system, but it works on FPGA. It pretty much is identical to playing on an NES, but it goes up to 720p, and it just plays so much better. These games play so much better on original hardware, and I know that's crazy talk. Like, some people don't really, I don't know, it might be nostalgia talking, I don't know, but it just feels so much better playing these games on cartridges. And just playing this again on the cartridge just felt so good. And now I kind of want to go back and play the second quest, and it's been a while since I played the second quest. But The Legend of Zelda is one of my favorite games of all time. Now, this surprised me, Mega Man 2 being at the top, because a couple of years ago, whenever I was really working on the channel, Mega Man 2, I was tired of it. I had played it so much that I just never wanted to see it again. And I played it at least once a year over the last couple of years. But I hadn't really played it, because back whenever I was working on the channel constantly, I think I was playing this game or I was streaming it or whatever. I probably played it at least 4 or 5 times every 6 months, 10 times a year or something like that. I was so tired of Mega Man 2. But I hadn't played it on cartridge in so long. Just for fun, and I did that whenever I did this Twitch stream. It was for content, but it was because I wanted to do something fun. God, man, I love this game. I had so much fun playing this game again. And it's just it brought back so many memories. It brought back the memory of whenever I was a kid and I got this for my birthday. And I got it. I had asked for Mega Man 3 because I had rented this a couple times, but I hadn't beaten it. But my friend got Mega Man 3 for Christmas or his birthday or something a little bit before my birthday was. And I was like, oh, I want Mega Man 3. Well, my mom couldn't find it, but she could find Mega Man 2. And I specifically remember that birthday, and I remember kind of being disappointed, but then I popped it in and started playing it, and I was familiar with the game, but I was just like, oh no, I love this game. Mega Man 2 is so good. It is so good. There's a lot of nostalgia behind this pick for me. I don't necessarily think it's the objectively best Mega Man game on the system, and if you really want to know what that is, you can go check out my old Mega Man ranking video that is still getting tons of views every day. I'm constantly getting comments on it. But yeah, Mega Man 2. This is absolutely my favorite game on the NES right now.
So I do have to say that at any given time, this might all change. So this is my top 5, really top 15 NES games as of April 2025. Like this, in a year, this could be completely different. I based this all on feel and all how I felt while I was streaming these games and how when I was playing them. Like, what did I have the most fun with? And these were the ones that I had the most fun playing. I had fun playing all of them, except probably Super Mario Brothers 2. I was just kind of pissed off at that game. But man, the NES is such a great system, and I just love playing it. I love being able to pop in and play. I think that's why I love the NES so much, is that you can just take any game off your shelf, like if you've got a decent collection, or if you've got an emulation collection. You can just like pretty much pick any game and you can jump right into it and just start playing. And you don't have to like play for hours and hours and hours to get a good time. Like, you don't have to wait for the game to get good 10 hours in. You can just play the game for like 30 minutes and have a good time. And the NES is just, I think, the best system for that. It's just that pop it in, play. I had a good time for an hour. I'm done gaming for the night. Like, that's what the NES is all about for me. And that's why it's so easy for me to just like make videos on this system, because it's just so accessible. And that's all I got. I appreciate everybody for watching if you made it this far. If not, well, they're not watching, so I don't really have to say anything to the people who didn't make it this far. But I do appreciate everybody sitting through my rambling for however long this has been. I've had a blast with this whole project. I am ready to take on another one. So thank you so much for watching. Later.